Every year, millions of people suffer from heart disease. But when a human heart fails, what's actually happening at the absolute microscopic level? It doesn't just stop out of nowhere. It simply can't pump with enough force anymore. And you might be surprised to learn that this devastating loss of force often begins with a tiny, incredibly subtle breakdown inside a microscopic factory located right within the cardiac muscle cells themselves.
So why exactly does this factory break down? To figure that out, we're going to have to look deep inside the eukaryotic cell. Today, we're exploring the exact mechanics of this cellular factory, a network known as the endomembrane system. By the end of this lecture, you'll understand all the components of this system, the literal step-by-step pathway a protein takes from its creation to its export, and exactly how this microscopic machinery is keeping you alive right now.
All right, let's just dive right into it. The endomembrane system is basically a group of membranes and organelles in eukaryotic cells that work perfectly together to modify, package, and transport lipids and proteins. It's a huge network. It includes the nuclear envelope, lysosomes, vesicles, the endoplasmic reticulum, and the Golgi apparatus. Oh, and it actually includes the plasma membrane too, because it directly interacts with all those other organelles. But notice what's missing here? It does not include mitochondria or chloroplasts. Think of this whole endomembrane system as a highly coordinated, high-tech manufacturing plant.
Now that we've got the big picture, let's step onto the manufacturing floor. Department 1, the assembly line and chemical plant.
In the cellular world, we call this the endoplasmic reticulum, or ER for short. And what's super fascinating about the ER is its strict division of labor. It's basically a massive maze of interconnected membranous sacs and tubules, but it's split into two very distinct zones. First, there's the rough ER. It gets its name because the outside is literally studded with little structures called ribosomes, making it look kind of bumpy or rough under a microscope. These ribosomes are feeding newly made proteins straight into the hollow inside of the rough ER, where they get folded and modified. So that's your heavy protein assembly line. Then you have the smooth ER. No ribosomes here. Instead, this site acts like a specialized chemical plant. It synthesizes carbohydrates and lipids, detoxifies poisons, and critically, it stores calcium ions. Let's connect this right back to that real-world problem we talked about earlier. Inside your muscle cells, there's a specialized version of the smooth ER called the sarcoplasmic reticulum. Its main job? To act as a giant calcium vault. Cardiologists know that if this specialized smooth ER in your heart muscle cells starts failing, it won't release enough calcium. And without that massive rush of calcium, the heart muscle physically cannot trigger a strong enough contraction. That tiny, microscopic smooth ER failure, that's the literal cellular origin of heart failure. Wild, right?
Okay, so we've built our products on the assembly line, but where do they go now? Let's head over to Department 2, the Sorting and Shipping Center.
Biologists call this the Golgi apparatus. Think of it like a highly efficient postal sorting facility for the cell. Here is how the process actually plays out. First, a tiny transport vesicle carrying those newly made proteins pinches off from the ER and travels over to the Golgi, fusing with its receiving dock, which is called the cis-face. As those proteins and lipids travel through the Golgi's flattened membranes, they get tweaked and modified. A lot of times the Golgi will attach these short little chains of sugar molecules to them. Next, they get tagged with phosphate groups. Think of those like zip codes, telling the cell exactly where this package needs to go. Finally, a brand new secretary vesicle buds off from the shipping dock, known as the transface, ready to deliver its modified cargo either to other parts of the cell or straight out into the body.
Now wait, this is absolutely crucial. What happens if this cellular shipping center makes a sorting error? Well, geneticists study conditions like Lowe's disease to figure that out. This is a disease caused by a specific X chromosome mutation that creates a severe enzyme deficiency right there in the Golgi apparatus. Because of just one recurring microscopic shipping error, children can be born with congenital cataracts, they often develop severe kidney disease early on, and they can suffer from impaired mental abilities. It really puts things into perspective, doesn't it? It shows you just how vital this tiny sorting and tagging process is to our very survival.
Okay, I've got a quick spatial logic puzzle for you. This is a super common place where students get stuck. If a protein is synthesized inside the ER, and then it travels trapped inside a little bubble of a vesicle, how does it ever end up stuck to the outside of the cell's plasma membrane? Just think about the actual physical mechanics of that for a second.
Did you figure it out? The answer is brilliantly simple. The vesicle turns completely inside out. When that little transport vesicle hits the plasma membrane and fuses with it, the membrane of the vesicle just opens up and becomes part of the cell wall. So whatever was on the inside of the vesicle flips out to become the outside of the cell. It's just a beautifully elegant piece of engineering. Moving right along, let's check out our final factory department. We've built the product, we've shipped it, but every major facility needs Department 3, Security and Waste Management. In the eukaryotic cell, this department is run by the lysosomes. They are a key part of the endomembrane system, and they're basically little sacs packed with hydrolytic enzymes. Their job is to digest macromolecules, recycle worn-out cell parts, and aggressively destroy invading pathogens. Let's look at this action-packed example of phagocytosis in macrophages, which are the white blood cells patrolling your immune system. Step 1. The macrophage spots a threat, and its plasma membrane actually folds inward to swallow it. Step 2. The pathogen is completely engulfed into a newly formed vesicle. Step 3, and this is the crucial part, that vesicle fuses with a lysosome. And Step 4, the lysosome unleashes its hydrolytic enzymes and absolutely obliterates the pathogen. That right there is your cellular security team neutralizing a threat in real time.
All right, we've covered a lot of ground on the factory floor today. Before we wrap up, let's do a quick factory review to lock in the key takeaways. The most important thing to remember is how perfectly all these distinct organelles coordinate. The rough ER is your assembly line, synthesizing and physically folding proteins. The smooth ER is the chemical plant, making lipids and storing vital calcium ions. Then, the Golgi apparatus steps in as the shipping center, sorting, tagging, and packaging those molecules for delivery. And finally, the lysosomes act as your security and waste management, breaking down macromolecules and destroying invaders. Together, along with the vesicles and the plasma membrane, they form the endomembrane system, a dynamic, continuous network that literally keeps your cells alive and functioning every single second.
But I want to leave you with one final thought. If this microscopic factory literally never sleeps, if it's constantly assembling proteins, pumping out calcium, sorting packages, and fighting off pathogens day and night, what exactly is supplying all of its power? Where on earth does the cell get the massive energy supply required to keep this entire endomembrane system running? Think about that, and make sure you join me in our next lecture, where we are going to uncover the true powerhouse of the cell, the mitochondria.